They said I was jealous that some women shine and others serve in silence. I used to believe that until tonight. My name is Kylie Anderson, 29. Compliance manager, professional background character, the kind who pays bills no one sees. Crystal scatters across my parents' oak table. My black dress feels like borrowed armor. Dad raises his glass. To Sam's incredible win, he beams. Youngest attorney to conquer Denver courts. Mom's hand glitters as it covers Sam's. We always knew you were destined for greatness. I try to speak. My words dissolve between the silverware. Maybe I'm not built for greatness, just gravity. Then Mom turns, smiles sharp as glass. Honestly, Kylie, you're not even half your sister. The room freezes. Even the chandelier flinches. If you've ever felt invisible at your own table, you'll understand. If I'm half a woman, why pay your whole mortgage? The night they said I wasn't half enough, I stopped pretending I was fine. It started 4 years ago. 11:37 p.m., the phone rang like a verdict. Mom's voice cracked through the line. Kylie, we're losing the house. I sat up in bed, heart hammering. How much? Just $2,500, just this once. I clicked transfer. My down payment disappeared in a blink. You're such a good girl, she said. Dad called it a tough month. He always had tough months. 3 weeks later, another call. The bank made a mistake. Then another and another. Soon I set up an automatic transfer. It was easier than listening to guilt. Months blurred. Condos sold out. My NBA seat expired. My savings bled slow and steady. Then Instagram told a different story. Mom at Mel's captioned anniversary dinner. Blessed. New golf clubs in the background, Dad grinning. The kind of smile that costs money. At work, Jessica noticed my ramen lunches. You okay? Just saving. I lied. For what? She pressed. I couldn't answer. Over coffee, it spilled out. 4 years, $84,000. She drew numbers on a napkin. Interest, retirement, lost opportunities. Then she said the thing that cracked my world open. You can't set yourself on fire to keep them warm. Silence stretched. I felt something shift inside. Quiet, seismic, undeniable. For the first time, I wondered what I might become if I stopped burning. Her words hit harder than any bill. For years, I called it love, but love doesn't come with invoices. That night, I opened my banking app. Watched the next transfer countdown tick towards zero. One more month, one more burn. The meter kept running on my future. 5:48, sunlight slices through the blinds. My thumb hovers over cancel transfer. For years, $84,000, a slow bleed disguised as duty. Are you sure you want to cancel this payment? I press confirm. The silence afterward feels holy. For the first time in years, my next paycheck belongs to me. The phone rings before my coffee cools. Dad, then Mom, then Sam. Each voicemail blends into the same chorus. You've abandoned your family after all we've done. Call us back immediately. I don't. I block their numbers one by one. By noon, my aunt emails. By evening, my uncle calls. The family machine is fast. Jessica calls it flying monkeys. I call it proof that I finally broke the spell. The next day, I sit across from Martha, a financial advisor. Her office smells like leather and lemon polish. She scrolls through my statements, her expression tightening. 84,000 over 4 years, she repeats. They never acknowledged this. No. Then what you've experienced, she says, is financial exploitation. The word lands heavy. Clinical, precise, undeniable. Not help, not love. Exploitation. Something inside me tilts like a picture frame knocked off balance. For years, I'd blamed myself for not giving enough. Now I realize I gave everything and they mistook sacrifice for supply. No apology needed, just correction. Martha builds me a new budget. Let's prioritize your future, she says. Savings, retirement, travel. Words that once felt foreign now sound like oxygen. That afternoon, I open an investment account. Deposit $1,400, the amount I used to send them each month. It feels like planting a flag. This money is mine. This life is mine. I re-enroll in the graduate program. I deferred 7 times. The confirmation email glows on my screen. Welcome back, Miss Anderson. I stare at it until tears blur the letters. 3 weeks pass. The calls from relatives taper off. The silence grows comfortable like a house after the guests leave. At work, I stay late designing a new compliance system. When my boss reads the report, he smiles. Brilliant work, Kylie. You're ready for more. The promotion email arrives the next morning. Project lead. For once, recognition doesn't feel dangerous. Now mornings taste different. Coffee with cream, not guilt. I start running before sunrise, cooking classes on Tuesdays, hiking on weekends, small rituals that rebuild a self I'd neglected. One night, I look at my bank app. The numbers rise instead of fall. For the first time, the sight doesn't trigger guilt. I whisper to the quiet apartment. A promise to the girl who kept paying. It's over, I'm free. When I stopped paying, I started living. 3 weeks later, my inbox lights up. Subject line, director position. Seattle, 45% raise. Equity, relocation. Freedom disguised as opportunity. I almost laugh. 4 years of drowning. Now the tide pulls out. I schedule the interview for Thursday. That night I toast myself with cheap wine. The taste of possible futures on my tongue. Morning brings sunlight and a text from Grace, my old neighbor in Denver. Thought you should see this. An image loads. Slow, deliberate, like my phone is protecting me. A white banner across my parents' Tudor facade. Red letters screaming. Congratulations, Sam, for saving the family home. My coffee cup shatters. Hot liquid bites my skin. I barely feel it. 4 years, $84,000 erased with vinyl and arrogance. The phone rings. Sam, her voice tight, uncertain. They told everyone at church I paid the mortgage. I laugh. A sound that doesn't belong to Joy. Of course they did. Her breath catches. Kylie, I swear I didn't know. I know I say, but now you do. All day the banner lives behind my eyes, bold against a white facade of lies. That night I open my laptop, pull up 4 years of receipts, bank statements, transfer logs, screenshots of every just this once. The files glow like evidence in a courtroom. I print everything. Pages slide out and pull like snowfall. Truth finally takes physical form. I slip each one into a folder. The weight feels righteous, almost gravitational. I make duplicates, then triplicates. One set for me, one for Sam, one for every relative who ever judged blind. The phone buzzes again. It's Mom. Voicemail only. Her voice syrup sweet, careful for replay. We're hosting a family appreciation dinner next week to honor your sister's sacrifice. We hope you can come. Sacrifice. The word curdles in my stomach. I read the digital invitation. Cream background. Gold script. Join us in celebrating Samantha's selfless dedication to family values. I close the laptop, then open it again. Anger steadies into focus. Cool and exact, not fire architecture. Jessica answers on the second ring. They're crediting Sam for paying their mortgage. She exhales long and sharp. What are you going to do? I stare at the folder of printed truth. I'm going home to confront them. No, I say to document them. The plan forms cleanly. Projector, HDMI, spare adapter, duplicates. Digital backup, cloud link, proof ready for every eye that doubted mine. Evidence travels better than outrage. Data has a way of staying. I won't raise my voice. The numbers will. I book the flight. Pack the suit that fits like resolve. Slide the flash drive into my wallet. For the first time in 4 years, the story belongs to me. I'm bringing a projector. They rewrote history. I printed the footnotes. Saturday evening, Denver glows gold under the setting sun. I stand on the familiar porch, folder under one arm, laptop bag under the other. Inside, laughter hums beneath classical music, my father's favorite soundtrack for deception. Sam opens the door first. Her mascara's perfect, but her eyes are not. You came, she whispers. Did you think I wouldn't? The living room has been transformed. Flowers they can't afford. Catering from the restaurant that once declined Dad's credit card. A projector screen glows in the corner. Anderson family, a legacy of support. Mom spots me first. Her champagne glass freezes midair. Kylie, what a surprise. Her voice too bright, too brittle. We weren't sure you could make it. Dad turns, smile practiced, posture politician straight. Pumpkin, just in time. We're about to toast your sister's generosity. I walk toward the projector, heels steady on polished floors. Then, let's make sure everyone hears the full story. A hush spreads through the room. The clinking of silverware halts midair. Of course, Dad says, forcing a laugh. Our younger daughter wants to say a few words. He gestures toward the projector. His mistake, I connect my laptop. The screen flickers, then fills with rows of numbers, dates, amounts, bank transfers, receipts labeled mortgage payment. Charles and Elaine Anderson, what's this? Mom's voice sharpens. The truth, I answer. 4 years, $84,000. Paid by me to keep this house standing. Gasps ripple across the room. Uncle Pete lowers his drink. Aunt Judith frowns. Sam's eyes widen in dawning comprehension. Mom lunges forward, voice shaking. This is inappropriate dinner conversation. So is lying to your entire family, I reply, calm as glass. Next slide. Screenshots of messages, Mom's texts begging. Dad's just until the business recovers. Photos of their vacations, timestamps during months, they claim desperation. Dad's face reends, you've embarrassed us. No, I say, clicking again. You embarrassed yourselves. I just brought receipts. Sam moves beside me, silent but solid. Her presence shifts the air. For once we stand together, the golden child and the ghost. Aunt Judith rises slowly, then begins to clap. 1, 2, 3 sharp sound. It's about time someone told the truth, she says. Mom's lips tremble. Dad's mask finally cracks. Family matters should stay private. Then maybe you shouldn't have printed a banner, I reply. The final slide appears. The banner overlaid with one line in black. Paid by Kylie Anderson. Silence falls, clean absolute. And in that silence I feel something lift, not victory, not revenge, release. They built a legacy on lies. I burned it down with truth. 6 months after that night, Seattle feels like a different planet. Rain taps gently on my condo windows, steady as a heartbeat. Below, the city glitters, not with noise, but with peace. Sam sits across from me in a corner cafe, hair tied back, laughter unguarded for the first time in years. I still can't believe they tried to add your name to the deed, she says, their version of an apology, I suppose. And you turned it down, she adds, half smiling. I already own my own home, I tell her. What I need isn't property, it's respect, she nods. And for a moment, we're not rivals, just sisters who finally see each other clearly. 6 months since the confrontation. 6 months of rebuilding something real from what was ruined. My phone buzzes, an industry newsletter. Anderson team wins Innovation Award for Compliance Solution. My team, my leadership. Sam grins. Vice President Anderson has a nice ring to it. I laugh. Better than secret mortgage payer. Later that evening, I stand in my kitchen cooking pasta with friends. Laughter fills the space where anxiety once lived. No phone buzzing with demands, no calculations, no guilt, just life, warm, imperfect mind. On Tuesday, I teach at the community center. A dozen women sit in folding chairs, notebooks open. We talk about boundaries, budgets, and belief in oneself. Boundaries aren't selfish, I tell them. They're the foundation of respect, even with family. A young woman in the back raises her hand. But what if it's your parents? I smile, soft but certain. Especially then at home, I open my journal. On a blank page, I write, Year 1, my authentic life. Below it, 3 truths. Worth isn't measured in sacrifice. Love without respect is just control. Starting over at 30 isn't failure, it's courage. I step onto the balcony. Mount Rainier glows pink in the fatting sun. For the first time, I feel the stillness of freedom, not as absence, but as presence, solid and alive. The phone buzzes again. Mom's latest post. Family should be forever. I smile, closing the app without bitterness. Family can be forever when it's built on truth. And if not, we build our own. Because sometimes the greatest inheritance isn't money or houses or approval. It's the life you finally claim as yours. If you've ever been told you owe your worth to someone else, remember this. Peace isn't given. It's earned. Before saying goodbye, if this story touched your heart, please give it a like and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Don't forget to subscribe for more true family betrayal stories that reminds us we are stronger than we.